Doug Show. Kids free on Sunday with adult admission. Get your discount tickets online now at motorcycleshow.com.
If you want to make a difference in the life of someone serving our country, if you really want to make a difference, the USO is how it's done. To find out how you can help, visit us at USO.org. The USO, until everyone...
10:35 right now, Sports Radio 1350, Gilman Floyd. Now here's my dilemma, 866-372-1350, 866-372-1350, and maybe you can help me. I'm hoping someone out there can help me. It's a serious problem. I'm feeling a certain measure of guilt over this past week, probably even before this past week, leading up to the election itself. I grew up in Kent. Give you a little background. My family, middle. At the time, I think we were probably in my head, we were middle class. Now that I'm an adult, I look back, we were probably a lower middle class. Both parents work. I have an older sister, younger brother. I am a man of color, in case you did not know that, for this story that is important to know. In my household, my parents did not stress, did not emphasize race. Be careful of the white man. Be careful of white people. We knew we always had to do more, go the extra step, give it 115%. But we were never raised with the idea that we could not achieve anything because of our color, because of where we came from. And I've carried that, and I think my siblings have carried that to this day in 2009. We had white friends, we had Hispanic friends, and whatever nationality you want to throw out there, we had friends. I grew up in the south end of Kent, predominantly black. But we went to school with all kinds of kids. Not just black kids, not just white kids. We had white friends, black friends. Friends. We didn't come home from school and say, hey, this is my white friend, Billy, Tommy, Joe. This is my friend from school, Mom. If I had a birthday and we went to go, I remember one birthday we went to Chapel Hill to go see High Anxiety. I'm dating myself here. High Anxiety. I took my friend, who happened to be white. We were never raised with that color barrier. Why that's important for my take this morning, my guilt, is I want you to know that. So if you know me a little bit, know how my background a little bit, maybe you can kind of feel why I feel guilty after this week, in particular. Did I ever think we would put a black man, anyone of color, in office in 2009? No. So you get the primaries, Final Four, maybe Mitt Romney on one side, John McCain, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama on the other side. People ask you, are you going to vote? You're voting for Barack. Are you going to vote for Barack? Why? Because I'm black and he's black? So if Flavor Flav was running for president, I should vote for him because he's black? No. Admit it. You didn't know any more about Barack Obama when he decided to run than I did. No one knew what he stood for, his platforms, if he was the right person for the job. Yes, there is a hatred, there is a slant, there is a cloud over the Clinton clan because of what happened during the Clinton administration. And did I take that to heart when I see a commercial, 3 o'clock in the morning, a crisis happens, Who do you want answering that telephone? Do I want Hillary Clinton per se? Maybe not, but I know right next to her in bed is a dude who ran the country for 8 years. So she doesn't know what to do. If she does have some questions, she can elbow Bill, hey, there's some stuff going down. What's up? What should I do? I don't know what Barack would do. I don't know what happens if he elbows Michelle in bed with him and asks her advice. What's going to happen? So I will tell you today, January 25th, 2009, I threw my support behind Hillary. Fast forward to, we nominate Barack Obama to run for the Democratic nomination. It's all good. I'm behind the best person for the job, and I'm all for how the system works. If I was a Republican, I would be getting behind Barack Obama. Maybe he wasn't my guy, but he's the president, and we all got to rally around who's in office. I didn't vote for George W. Bush, but I got behind him. My question to you is, why do I feel guilty, though? This whole week, you see, you remember when Barack was got all the votes, and you seen Jesse Jackson in the crowd crying? You seen Oprah crying? You see all these famous people, celebrities, sports celebrities, actors, actresses of all different colors, younger than me. I wasn't around for the civil rights movement, no. My parents were. I've heard stories. My grandparents, I heard stories. I'm feeling that. But why am I not emotional when I see him take the oath? Why am I not crying because we have a black president, a man of color, in office in my lifetime? I feel like there's something inside that's missing. That all of you guys get it, and I don't. Either I don't get it. I have not talked to my mother about this because I'm not sure if she would understand. And the only thing I can trace it to is because we were just raised without color barriers. They never told us there was nothing we couldn't do because we were black kids. Am I surprised we have one in office? Yes, but at the same time, when I hear him say, you know, it's time to dust ourselves up and rally, and yes, we can, I've been doing that all along. I've been reaching out to youth. I've tried to be a strong, positive role model for the 6th grade boys that I coach. Not just basketball, but off the court. Stressing education, listening to their parents, staying out of trouble, finding hobbies. Education, education, education. I've been doing that before I even heard of Barack Obama. I work for the largest radio company in the United States, if not the world, Clear Channels Communications. I'm a black man talking to you right now on the radio. As far as I know, the only black voice at the station, as far as I know. I've worked at other radio stations, had other shows. I never let the color of my skin stop me from achieving my goals or my dreams. Now, maybe it's held me back behind closed doors that I've been not aware of. But I always felt like, yes, I can. I didn't need someone to come along and rally me to tell me that, yes, I can. Why, when I look at all the different coverages I taped on DVR, DVD, and I see this man standing there with his hand on the Bible, Roberts telling him what to say, inaccurately, by the way, why am I not tearing up? Why am I'm not feeling that emotion? My sister, who lives in Maryland, made the roadie to Washington. She was there, sent me pictures via my cell phone from Washington. Pictures of him walking when him and Michelle got out and walked out of the limo. I'm sure she was emotional. Maybe if I was there, maybe I would have been emotional. But when I see it on TV, I'm happy, But I'm not elated. There's no swagger in my step. Why? Is there something wrong with me? Sports Radio 1350 1045. 866-372-1350. 866-372-1350. And I struggle with this daily. That was what, Tuesday when he was inaugurated? On the heels of Martin Luther King Day on Monday. I am their dream. I am Martin Luther King's dream. I think all men should be created equal. I think all kids should go to school with other kids of different colors. Why am I not tearing up, emotional, over Barack Obama being sworn in on Tuesday? This historic occasion. Why was I not in Washington watching this? I cared, but not like everyone else. Sometimes I feel like, you remember the character in Star Trek Next Generation, Data? He could turn his emotional chip on and off. It's like my emotional chip, somehow it's been turned off, and I don't know how to turn it back on. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Why do I feel this way? Super Bowl 43, 1 week away. Now this is when all the media coverage starts. This week. You'll hear all kinds of stories about why Anquan Bolden was yelling at his coach. Why he wants a new contract. Why he'll never come back to the Arizona Cardinals. Yada, yada, yada. Larry Fitzgerald used to be a ball boy in Minnesota. His journey from there to here. Edgerrin James. You'll hear the story about after all the years he put in Indianapolis. After they won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, they broke him off a ring. He's already got a Super Bowl ring. You'll hear how he was benched 3/4 of the season and told, going into the playoffs, we're going to ride your back. You're fresh. You have fresh legs. Let's do this. You'll hear the story of Ben Roethlisberger. Crashing on a motorcycle without wearing a helmet. How he almost died. You'll hear the injuries that we didn't know about until recently that he suffered against the Browns in the final game of the season. Spinal contusion, baby. Not just a concussion, a spinal contusion. This guy has more lives than Morris the cat. You'll hear about Kurt Warner. His third trip to the Super Bowl. Kurt Warner. Is he a Hall of Famer? Kurt Warner and his personal relationship with God. These are the stories you have to look forward to this entire week, baby. I'll come back, close the show out. We'll get to Sporting News Radio. They'll have updates on the upset last night on HBO. Sugar Shane Mo... Oh, you know what? Does anyone remember what Howard Cosell even sounds like? I'm doing Howard Cosell, once again dating myself. Sugar Shane.